Dick. Dick, let's dance.
Alice, darling, you know I don't tango. But you do, don't you, Mr. Gale?
Oh, I couldn't possibly leave you alone, Dick.
Nonsense. I'll order dinner for you while you're dancing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
I suppose we could dance.
I suppose we could, if you like.
This balcony is a lot better.
Is that line inspired by Mr. Lester, too?
You know, I'm afraid you've got me all wrong, and I don't blame you.
No?
I got off on the wrong foot, and I can't seem to get back in step again.
Well, why bother?
Well, because I do remember you. Oh, not your name or the school, maybe, or the color of your dress, but I remember you and everything that happened that weekend.
Really? Mm-hmm.
You don't believe me?
No.
All right. Didn't you find my harmonica, and didn't I have to go to the sorority house to claim it? And didn't you make me play it to prove it was mine?
Yes. Yes, and then you dated me for the next night.
Sure. That was why I stayed over.
You called for me in the town's only taxi.
It was payday.
Yes, but we walked down to the lake.
And paid $1 for a red canoe.
It was blue?
It was swell.
There was a full moon.
2 of them. One upstairs and one down on the lake.
Yes. And you sang a funny little song, do you remember?
There ought to be a moonlight saving time, so I could love that gal of mine. And you recited...
What light from yonder window breaks? It is the east.
And Juliet is the sun. That's it. That must have been why I took Lester's suggestion. I was remembering you and the way you read those lines.
And when we reached the shore, you said, beautiful.
I didn't mean Shakespeare.
And you kissed me.
Yes. Yes, I...
Darling. Darling.
Pardon me, I'm Mr. Lester, Mr. Gale's manager. He was at your table a few moments ago. I wonder if you could tell me where
Yes,
he...
certainly, yes. He just stepped out on the balcony with my fiancée.
Oh, thank you. On the balcony? With your fiancée? Oh, my heavens! Oh, here you are. I say, here you are. Mr. Gale, your sponsor wants to speak to you. I say your sponsor wants to speak to you. Mr. Gale, your sponsor!
You have just heard Act One of Miss Brown of Worcester with Fred Astaire, Herbert Marshall, Franklin Pangborn, Loretta Young, and Gino Corrado. Now, before we bring you Act Two, we'll have just a few words from John Conte.
Ladies and gentlemen, in your neighborhood, perhaps just around the corner, you'll find a good Gulf dealer. He is an independent merchant who conducts a business to serve you with your motoring needs. We are proud to say that he handles petroleum products which are uniformly high in quality. Of equal importance is the service which he renders. We are sure you will find him friendly, helpful, and prompt in his attention to your motoring needs, courteous as he serves you. In every respect, a merchant who merits your regular patronage. So the next time you need gasoline and motor oil, stop at the sign of the Gulf orange disc and ask the good Gulf dealer to service your car. Thank you.
The curtain is about to rise on the second act of our musical comedy, Miss Brown of Worcester. Alice Brown and her former love, Jerry Gale, the famous orchestra leader, have been doing the town for the past 2 weeks with a man she is engaged to marry, Richard Devon. Devon has been learning that even in America, 3 is a crowd. Lights, music, curtain.
Well, where have you been?
Out, Lester.
Out with whom, may I ask, Mr. Gale?
The girl I'm in love with.
You're not serious. Why, you can't do this to me.
Oh, yes, I can.
You can't be in love with one girl. You've got to be in love with all of them. Your sponsor expects it.
Now, look. I got along all right when I wasn't the Rhythm Romeo, when I didn't know what a sponsor was. Yes, and I had a darn sight better time.
You're comparing hamburgers to caviar.
I like hamburgers.
What's the name of this siren?
Alice Brown. And she's not a siren, Lester. She's in love with me. not the Rhythm Romeo.
You are the Rhythm Romeo.
Yes, but she isn't in love with him. She's in love with the fellow I was 4 years ago. He was a halfway decent chap. He didn't spout Shakespeare, and he wouldn't steal another fellow's girl.
You mean there's another man in love with her?
Yeah, a grand fellow, too. Look, Lester, I'm in a spot. What can I do?
Well, you certainly can't marry the girl.
No, you're right, Lester. I can't marry her.
Now you're talking sense.
No woman could be happy married to me with the postman dumping 1,000 phony love letters on our breakfast table every morning. Watching me look foolish while fans ask for autographs, grab my hat, tear off my tie for a souvenir. Mrs. Rhythm Romeo. Why, Alice couldn't stand that for a month.
That's right. That's right, Mr. Gale. That's perfectly right.
I've got to show her that Devon's the man for her now, but I don't know how.
Well, you just leave everything to me, Mr. Gale. I'll think of something. A Lester never fails.
Dick, did you see this headline?
How about some tea, Alice?
Army mobilizes on Czechoslovakian border.
Lemon or milk, darling?
Lemon, dear. London building bomb-proof shelters.
You'll never guess what I discovered these crumpets.
Britain debates mobilizing Navy.
Imagine selling crumpets at a chemist shop.
You know, Dick, this really looks serious.
Not the crumpet situation?
No, silly. There's trouble in Europe.
Oh, time enough to worry when it comes to a head. Marmalade or gooseberry jam?
Marmalade, please. Oh, gosh, I'm glad we're in America and out of it.
Well, if they have to roll up their sleeves and go to it, I'm still a captain in the Naval Reserve.
You? Dick, do you mean that...
Anything's apt to happen these days. But look, you didn't come to tea to discuss the European situation. What's really troubling you? Come on, out with it.
Dick?
Yes?
I've made up my mind.
I thought so. It's Jerry Gale.
Yes. Oh, please, Dick, don't be angry with me.
I'm not. Jerry's a fine chap. I'm only sorry I couldn't have been the lucky man.
But Jerry doesn't know it yet.
I knew it. And so must he, unless he's blind. Just a second. Yes?
Is Miss Brown there?
Yes, just a moment. For you, Alice.
For me? Oh, thanks, dear. Hello?
Miss Brown?
Yes?
This is Jerry Gale's manager, Mr. Lester. May I ask the name of your attorney?
My attorney? What for?
Miss Brown, as Mr. Gale's manager, it is my unpleasant duty to follow the path of unbroken hearts left at the wayside by the Rhythm Romeo. And I do what I can to repair them in a monetary sense. Let me warn you, however, that $3,000 is my top price.
Are you speaking for Mr. Gale?
Certainly, I speak for Mr. Gale.
Does he think that I... Why, how dare you call me up, Mr. Lester? How dare you?
Where's Gale?
Rehearsing his orchestra. Oh, he'll be through in a moment. Sit down. Have a cigarette? A drink?
No, I don't want to drink and I don't want to smoke. I want to see that bounder Gale.
Well, let go my coat. There's no use getting excited. Let me go.
Well, Dick.
Mr. Bounder, I mean Mr. Gale, oh, for heaven's sake, do something.
Dick, what's the trouble?
I came for the $3,000.
What $3,000?
The $3,000.
Did you sell me something?
Do you pay off by check or does your Mr. Lester keep the cash on hand?
Look, Dick, what's it all about?
Mr. Gale, I can explain.
Explain?
Better talk fast, Lester.
You better talk fast and well.
Well, after our little talk this morning...
Oh, so you and Gale did have a talk.
Oh, sort of a talk.
Oh, but Romeo, Jerry, I mean Mr. Gale, he doesn't know my talk.
Lester, calm yourself.
Who's calm? Nothing's the matter with me. I'm perfectly excited. You told me yourself that you shouldn't marry Miss Brown, so I only pretended to offer a settlement on the phone. I only...
A settlement? Why, you wart. You pygmy. You smidge.
Oh!
I'm beginning to get things straight. Look here, Jerry. Why shouldn't you marry Alice?
Oh, because you can give her a sane, decent life, and I can't, Dick. Because I'm a streamlined Shakespearean phony.
Alice doesn't think so. After all, she's the one to make the final decision.
It won't be hard for her to choose now. There's no explanation I can make she'll ever believe.
I wouldn't worry, Jerry. A woman will go any place, do anything, and believe anything when she's in love. You'll see at the Sky Room tonight.
But why, Dick? I never want to speak to Jerry again. I never even want to see him. Why must we come here tonight?
Because you're really in love with Jerry. You're angry now. Your pride's been hurt. But he's a great fellow. And you'll be very happy together. I know that.
Dick, don't you see that?
When two people love each other,